Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Queen of Rap. That's right. That's right. Welcome to the Queen of Rap.
Peace and blessings, fam. I hope y'all like that intro. My husband has a new device over here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he wanted to try something new. Let us know what you think about that introduction. I know it's very humbling and flattering all at the same time.
Yeah. I like that. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum to everybody.
That's
We
right, peace.
welcome you. We thank you for tuning in, whether you tuning in now or you tuning in the future. We thank you. We thank you for tuning in with us here on the Queen of Rap. We got a very special edition for you today. We're going to be rolling with the courts, baby.
That's right.
We're going to be rolling with the courts. We're going to learn some things about courts that we probably did not know. We got a special article that's going to be featured by Mother Tynetta Muhammad. I'm very excited about it. And when you all hear it, oh, it is going to be just absolutely amazing, mind blowing. So, but you already know, before we get started, we got to get it started. So let's go. Shop Blacktastic, be fantastic. Shop Blacktastic, be fantastic. Shop Blacktastic, be fantastic. Generational wealth, we got to have it. Yeah, shop Blacktastic, be fantastic. Shop Blacktastic, be fantastic. Generational wealth, we got to have it. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Shop Blacktastic, shop Blacktastic. Shop Blacktastic. It was so fantastic. We got to have a part two.
That's right.
That's right. The Kwanzaa edition to Shop Blacktastic is coming your way December the 18th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to know more about that, you want to become a vendor, definitely hit us in the inbox. We're going to shop Blacktastic one more time, and we're not going to let nothing stop us this time. We're going to keep on pushing through. You hear it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Come on. So shop Blacktastic, family. That's right. That's going to be on December the 18th, right here live on Facebook once again.
10 a.m.
It's going to be here on Facebook once again, live right here. We are excited about it. It's going to be the Kwanzaa edition. We're going to do it in the name of Ujamaa. That's why we're going to do it in the name of Ujamaa, Cooperative Economics, building the economic system. All praises are due to Allah. Definitely join us for that. And for those of you that are ready to get creative, for those of you that's ready to get creative and innovative, my beloved wife has the Queen of Rap, Nafiza Ali, has a class. She has a class that is December the 15th, 2 p.m. right here live again on Facebook. Well, no, it won't be on Facebook, but it's going to be live. We're going to have it live online, okay? So we're going to, for those of you who just came in, we really appreciate that you just coming in with us. Just going to let you know that once again, we're going to actually be having the Shop Blacktastic on December the 18th. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, where black vendors are going to be in the building. Black people can shop with black vendors and circulate those black dollars. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's going to be the Kwanzaa edition, okay? It's going to be that Kwanzaa edition, family.
That's right.
All right. Yes, that is going to be an awesome event. And once again, for those who do not know, my beloved wife is actually going to be hosting a class on December the 15th. December the 15th we're gonna have a rapid live with the Queen of Rap. That's right, rapid live. In this case, you gonna learn how to rap yourself. Okay, so it's gonna be a
That's the
class,
fifth.
huh?
Talking about the class on the fifth.
The class on
On
the
the fifth.
5th. Sorry, December the 5th. December
That's
5th.
right.
Sorry about that. December the 5th. That's gonna be at 2 p.m.
That's right.
That's right. It's going to be at 2 p.m. on December the 5th. Okay. So, family, we definitely invite you to that. If you're looking to learn how to make something special for you and your family during
Yes.
this time of Kwanzaa and actually go through the process of doing it the way that it's supposed to be done, then we definitely ask that you have your face in the place. The class is only $25 to learn with the Queen of Rap how to do that sacred science of wire wrap jewelry. She's going to be doing the earrings 101 as well as the rings 101. So,
Right.
family, you definitely don't want to miss that. Once again, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you for tuning in with us. We are so glad we got a new soundboard on deck. And you know, if you in the chat, go ahead, hit us, tell us how we sound. I think it sounds amazing, me personally. Shout out to Alan and Heath. Got that ZD10FX. That's right. Shout out to them for this beautiful soundboard. Y'all tell us how we sound. Well, family, without any further ado, it is always my pleasure, my honor to introduce to you my wife, my friend, the one whom I love. I thank Allah for her. I thank Allah for the day that she said yes.
All right.
January 22nd, 2008.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. She said yes to my courtship, and we have been on that journey now for about 13 years.
Almost.
So it is my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to bring to you my beloved queen, the Queen of Rap, Nafiza Ali.
Oh, praise is due to Allah. I tell you guys, I get humbled every time that my husband says that because he is truly the gift also, in my life that Allah has blessed me with. I mean, what better way to live your life than with your best friend?
Come on.
Somebody who's there with you. He's with me on Love My Kidneys and not just the show, but life, Love My Kidneys. He's right there with me in business on Mind Spark Creations. We're right there together. And it truly is a blessing to this journey because he brings so much information, even with the class or with the this particular show of the Queen of Rap, my journey with the Queen of Rap. He started feeling the energy way before I did. I was gifted with the 5 stones from the Himalayan mountains from Baratunde. It began my journey and his journey because he told us to bury it 12 feet from the house for 12 days at the new moon, right? And so we did that. And so while it was in the earth, that's when we started doing our research. And it wasn't just me doing the research, he began the research as well. And trust me, when we shop, he binds stones more than me. Like, honey, ooh, look at this one. What do you think you could do with this one? So, he shops with me for himself and for you guys as well. So just know that he is just as in tune with this process that Allah has blessed us with as I am. As a matter of fact, today's reading is due to the research that he has done. And I am honored, of course, to read words by our beloved mother, Mother Tynetta Muhammad. For those who don't know, she is the wife of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And her gift to the world, so many gifts, but Crystal Links magazine was one of the beautiful gifts that she gave. And her research and her study of the Holy Quran and her spiritual connection to Allah allowed her to dig deep into areas that people knew nothing about. It could only be revealed to her by Almighty God, Allah. And that's the journey that we're on when we're talking about these stones. They're not jewelry. We doing some more research on that word jewelry. But we're gonna probably change up the language, because this is so much more than just a piece to hang around your neck, because it's doing some work while it's there.
That's right.
So jewelry is something that looks pretty, and it bling blings, and it just makes you feel good because it looked good. Well, what we have with these natural stones and the copper is so much deeper than that. And I'm getting ready to read this article, but I just want to welcome you all and thank you so much for tuning in and sharing with us this time. It should not take us more than maybe about 20 minutes, 20 minutes to read. So I'm going to go into my Nafiza Ali voice. And so I want you all to bear with me as I read. Please excuse me looking down, but I gotta see. And I can't see with them glasses on. I cannot see with them off. So we just make the best that we can with this process over here, okay? So I love you guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in. You are awesome. Okay, so let's read. The science of creation.
Hold on one second.
Oh,
let me
I
just
thought I was ready.
let me just
Oh,
make
I didn't
sure.
share it.
Yeah, let me just make sure that you being heard.
Yes, please make sure I'm being heard.
Bear with me. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you share it on Natalie. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. So the title is "The Science of Creation Begins with Thought That Never Dies." All right. This is from the Final Call newspaper. It's the article. This is October the 2nd, 2018. Editor's note: this article printed from volume 17, and the Final Call will continue to publish articles written by our late and dear mother, Tynetta Muhammad. And surely this is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. The faithful Spirit has brought it on thy heart that thou mayest be a warner. Holy Quran, Surah 26, verses 192 through 194.
So,
Okay, don't want to have any feedback over there. All right, so could it be that thought never dies because it stores the memory of everything in creation? Is the beginning of thought the beginning of God? These words, thought never dies, come directly from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He stated that God in his self-creation from nothing began from the first brain cell of thought in the dark womb of space. And when did that take place, we may ask? On the scale of mathematics, it was on the number 6 that God perfected his make, and consequently that of man. The number 6 trillion marks the beginning of writing to keep the record of God's creation from darkness. 6,000 years represent the making of the man of Jacob's history of man identified with the devil or Satan. According to our ancient Aboriginal people of Egypt, it was written that the first God created himself from the essence of black mud, forming a primordial mound raised up from the ground. After this act of creation, the pantheon or circle of the gods evolved. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad stated that from the first sparkle of the atom of life, God revolved into a spiral like motion, and all created life comes to birth in the same manner from the womb of our mothers in triple darkness. The woman is the twin or second self of God. When we look at the cosmos, all galaxies, stars, nebulous, sun, moon, and planets, asteroids, and comets all orbit in space in a spiral like motion. I'm going to keep reading because that's really deep. This law is repeated in the heavens and on the earth, as it is written above as below. Perhaps the closest object we can point to in creation that captures the essence of the structure of the human species is found in the quartz crystal family. Crystals are formed from water and silicon dioxide baked into the Earth's fiery molten heat, perfectly aligned with the electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic fields of the human brain and physical structure. Crystals are spoken of as having within its matrix the essence of the mother and is perfectly shaped with six hexagon sides of symmetry that retains memory throughout the ages. The name crystal, crystallis, is derived from the Greek word meaning clear ice. The quartz crystal rock is structured with positive and negative electric charges moving in a spiral very similar to the double helix structure of DNA. Another analogy to be made concerning crystals and human evolution is found in the chemical properties of stars that also make up our DNA and genetic material. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that our God scientists in the remote past used their thought frequency to create stars that would come to birth in the future.
Just you gotta stop right there.
I know it's so
You
heavy.
gotta stop. And I just for a moment, I just want you all to just take a listen. And I want you to read that sentence one more time.
Okay. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that our God scientists in the remote past used their thought frequencies to create stars that would come to birth in the future.
Do you see how powerful that the mind really is? Meaning that when you're on a certain level, that the thought can project material objects, and the thought itself can join those elements necessary to form whatever it is that comes in the future. For in this case, she said it was a star. Right. So they didn't go there and put it there. They put the thought in the universe, and the universe formulated the star based on the power of their thought. I just stop there, because I want you to know you are more powerful than you can even imagine. Yes. If your father God can do that, what can you do? That's all I wanted to say. I'm going to let her keep reading, but I just had to just stop it for a minute for you to reflect on that.
Yes. All right. Praise be to Allah. All right. These stars would sustain life as we have it in our own Milky Way galaxy of stars, with the sun at the center of the rotation of the 9 planets. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has stated that the different colors we see in our atmosphere on Earth is reflected light from the colors emanating from the outer planets in our solar system. Oh my goodness. I had to drop the mic on that one. All right. In relationship to the above studies, I would like to share an experience which led me to more profoundly to the use of crystals and their relationship to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad's evolution into the exalted Christ and Messiah that the world has been expecting for the last 2,000 years. Under the title Christ All Light Project and the Crystal Logo, I published the following articles in the 2002 summer edition of my news journey, Cultural Links. Let me see, Cultural Links.
Right.
We read the following testimonies on page 22, beginning with Surah 24, verse 35. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. A likeness of his light is as a pillar on which is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a brightly shining star, lit from a blessed olive tree, neither eastern nor western, the oil whereof gives light. Through fire, though fire touch it not, light upon light. Allah guides to his light whom he pleases. And Allah sets forth parables for men, and Allah is knower of all things. The Crystal Light Project, an advanced technology for the 21st century, was inspired through the recent sightings of a pulsating, brilliant beam of light, a moving object seen by several persons simultaneously in the Mexican valley of, I know that, Tepoztlan. Tepoztlan. Very important place. The experience took place in the middle of the afternoon in the last week of September 2001. One of the eyewitnesses was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who was visiting Tepoztlan at the time and observed this moving object of a brilliant translucent light, which emerged two other bright objects moving in opposite directions. As suddenly as they appeared, within minutes they quickly disappeared, out of sight as if vanishing into a corridor or curtain on the mountain pass. This took place, let me see, I'm sorry, because I'm trying to shrink it so I can see. All right. This took place while Minister Farrakhan was in a meeting with Dr. Carlos Diaz in this famous little town. As he already been noted, Mr. Carlos Diaz is world renowned for his own special experience with these ships of light and their occupants, the Brothers of Light, and has produced more than 1,000 photos and several hundred videotapes of this phenomenon during the last 20 years in Tepoztlan. On November 19th, approximately a month after these sightings were made, I was in my home in Mexico in the early afternoon when I received a very precious mental message about the use of crystals. Did y'all hear that?
Come on now.
Oh, Allah, I thank him. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to read that again, but I want y'all to hear what she just said. On November 19th, approximately a month after the sightings were made, I was in my home in Mexico in the early afternoon when I received a very precious mental message about the use of crystals. With that experience added to the above incident, I became inspired to continue my investigative studies on the phenomenon under the name the Crystal Light Project, an advanced technology for the 21st century. I recently came to see that crystal light translate into Christ all light, a spiritual consciousness that is taking us on a visual journey into the soul's union with God. The crystal light logo represents the portal or medium of Christ like emanating from a pure white quartz crystal, spreading in all directions, symbolizing our inner growth and evolution to godhood. It is the awakening of spiritual consciousness that opens the door to self knowledge, contemplation, reflection, and awareness that we're all one. 24 windows in the dome of Mas Mariam, reflecting the image of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, means that he lives in peril. We're a peril in parallel worlds of multi-dimensional time, reflecting in all directions. And now I'm sorry guys, I started reading this article, but now I'm getting down to the end, and wow, I got it. No, it's not that I can't see. I'm just really reflecting as I'm reading on what Mother Tynetta is saying here. Okay, I'm almost done. As the vision continues, we are being inspired to transform all of our homes and houses of worship into crystal light healing centers that will engulf the planet and spread around the globe. All right. Seest thou, if we let them enjoy themselves for years, then that which they are promised comes to them. That which they were made to enjoy will not avail them. We will destroy no town, but it had its warners. We remain, and we are never unjust. Holy Quran, Surah 26, verses 205 to 209. To be continued. Well, I'm going to put them on a search for part two um, of this article. Oh my God, fam. Did you all hear that? Did you all hear that? I'm going to definitely want to talk to us from a perspective from the Nation of Islam and what we have. And then I want to bring it global so everybody can see what it is that we just read.
Yeah.
And just reflecting on the words of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and things that we have been hidden from us for so long. And now we are coming into the knowledge of these crystals. Not only are these crystals a part of who we are, of our bodies, but these crystals help to move thought. And what I understand of what she was explaining is that they help to move thought. Thought is a thing that never dies. So when I first was awakened with the crystals, it was a Lamarian crystal.
Yeah.
And what I was told is this particular crystal records history.
Yeah.
Well, now we know that all crystals record history. And that way it's never forgotten. So as we meditate, she said that she received a precious mental communication that came to her during the afternoon. And not necessarily to make comparison at all, because Mother Tynetta is the queen of who Mother Tynetta is. But when I get a stone and Allah allows me to communicate with the person that needs the stone, it's a really beautiful thing what comes to me from Allah to give to that person. And that person always seemed to say, this is exactly what I needed. My sister Fatima on Facebook, she sent me 9 stones. And Allah just, came through me to give her something that my sister has taken such an attachment, and she loves her crystals and her stones. But having them wrapped with the way that Allah guided me to wrap, she is discovering so much every day. Allah is showing her that, this is something that she needs in her life. It's put her on her research, to find out even more. Because Allah wants us to be awakened in this hour. It is not anything spooky. It's very real. She said in the article that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is working on a multi-dimensional level, coming from all angles.
Yes. Yes.
Which is the Christ.
Right. Right.
I hope you all was as informed, inspired, and touched by that article as I was. I'm going to have to go back and read it again. Where were you able to find that article?
I just Googled it. Let me just say this. Maybe I can just bring it into
help me, because I'm still emotional.
Just make it a little bit clearer in certain regard. For those of you who grew up watching the Superman movies like I did, I bring this up for a reason. When Superman went into the what they call it, the Cave of Solace, or the place that was built for him in the snow. When he went there, number one, the whole place was built from crystals. The whole place was built from crystals. But the key was the way that he received information from his family was that he would take the quartz crystal and he would implant it in this device, and the device would allow him to see in live, living color, holographic images that would teach him the history of his planet. Okay?
Right.
So now it's true to this. I just got to give you some backdrop, okay? In our lessons, right, it talks about the part of the planet that we discovered the best part of the planet. And we chose for ourselves the best part ever since we found it. Now, I don't know how many of us have really took the time to really think about what that means. What do you mean the best part when we found it? Do you mean the best part when originally the planet was produced, or do you mean something else? Okay, well, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said this. He said that when the moon was blown out of the earth, and those of us of the tribe of Shabazz that survived, those of us who survived the mighty blast in the way of the moon, when we wanted to discover the root of civilization, okay, we shot a crystal out. It was a green crystal. Now I got to talk to you for a second, because I want you to see how these people are studying the teachings, okay? Now, in the Superman movie, the green crystal that he found, he threw the crystal.
Right.
And the crystal went into the water and it built the house for Superman. Well, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that we shot something like a crystal down to discover the best part of the planet Earth. And he said that that crystal right now resides up under the holy city of Mecca, where the Kaaba is.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, the Kaaba, if you do your research, the Kaaba is made from a meteorite. It is not of the stone of the earth. The Kaaba is actually made from a meteorite.
Right. Right.
And it is the oldest house of worship on the planet Earth. Okay?
Yes,
Now, so I just bring that up to say that they are studying. And when we were children looking at the Superman movie without the knowledge of self, we didn't know that the green crystal actually was talking about the crystal that was actually shot down and discovered the best part of the earth, because apparently it must have had a certain frequency or something that they were looking for as they began searching for the best part, because you're not going to just shoot a crystal down for no reason. The crystal that they shot down then had to have something in it to let them know that this particular part was the most fertile. It had to let them know that this particular part was the best part to rebuild civilization again.
Right.
Because the earth had been blown away and the moon is produced now. Now, those who weren't killed, now we got to come and we got to start civilization over. So here's another perspective to when the planet was found. See what I'm saying? So it could mean both things. Meaning in the beginning, when the planet was first made, this is where civilization started. And it can also mean, like I said, that once we discovered it again, that same place was again where we started civilization again. So when you start in this dispensation of time, you started in the Tigris and Euphrates Valley, which is where in the Message to the Black Man, in the original man section, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is identifying that the tribe of Shabazz is that tribe that came with this part of the moon 66 trillion years ago. And he said that the seat of the holy city of Mecca right there is where the root of civilization is at.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we're trying to show you, is that we've had a crystal connection for a long, long time. This is nothing new, even though you see mostly now a lot of other people dealing with the crystals. We have known the knowledge of crystals, stones, for quite a long time. I heard, and I'm going to end here, I heard brother, the comedian, what is his name?
The other day.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin was talking about the pyramid. And he was saying that the capstone was actually a quartz crystal. And that down in the inside of the pyramid is a quartz crystal as well. And that at certain times the light would reflect. So you heard Mother Tynetta talking about the refraction of the light through the crystal. I wish we had time. If I just leave this, it's a lecture that the minister did called Get Up and Do the Will of God. And brother student minister Abdul Alim talks about the crystal and the formulation of the crystal, and how the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the representative of the crystal. And if you notice, Mother Tynetta talked about the crystal and Christ being crystallized into what? Come on now.
Yes.
Come on now. I'm not like I'm deep. I'm just saying. I'm repeating.
We sharing the information.
I'm repeating.
Here.
Okay, I'm quiet because that'll be, I'm just saying. That's something for you to think about. It's called Get Up and Do. I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
You go wait till Dr. Alim comes up and listen to that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find it, and before we get off of here, I'm gonna play it for you.
Excellent. And we always want to, hey, bear witness to the truth. And we have to look at it and be objective when we hear this type of information, because we as a people have been sunken into spookism, right? Unfortunately, that is the case. So then when we hear about the crystals being powerful and having energy and being able to transmit, we, sometimes think, oh, that's not real. But there is scientific evidence that crystals hold real energy, right? And they are very powerful. And when we look at our watches, there's quartz crystals in it. When we look at the television that reflects light and give us a picture from a place that we don't know nothing about, or way across town, but they able to allow this vision to come into our living rooms. So the quartz crystal is one, but there are so many different elements or crystals or stones in the earth that they use in a lot of different things. There's a mineral out of Ghana that the iPhone uses. Actually, most cell phones use in order to help us get the clarity and transmit all of the super highway of information that we get from the internet. All this is real, and the scientists are using it. So what happens when we start using it for our individual selves? Well, first of all, for those who don't know about the chakras is 7 energy points in our bodies, right? And so they all, should be rotating, clockwise. Well, in the midst of our minds getting messed up because we got hit in the head and drug over here to a country and then mistreated, we all out of whack. What helps us get back into balance with ourselves? These crystals. My back and hip have been hurting me like crazy. I've been working through it. Some days were better than others. My husband did a Reiki session on me, and we put the crystal on my back, and the pain has been being removed out of my body. Today, I didn't have to put no kind of ointment on. I didn't have to take any of the supplements that I take to try to help. I can't take any pain relievers because of the kidneys. So, using these natural methods really do work. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to bear witness that they work, and that Allah has chosen me as one of those in tuned enough to know that what he put in the earth for us is good, and that he allows me to be used as a vessel to bring that type of energy. When I create, I'm bringing in all the elements of the universe. Allah gave me that. He's the one that told me to bring in all the elements of the universe. I didn't get that from my teacher. I didn't get that from YouTube University. That was something that Allah fed to me, that was necessary to bring his energy and spirit into my vibration, so that I can vibrate on such a level that the God is speaking to me to create something special and unique for you, and to transmit the energy that he blesses me with into that stone. And of course, we work with copper because copper is a conductor of energy and electricity. We need these stones in our life. You can purchase them anywhere, but anyone that you purchase from, you have to be careful of the energy of the people that you purchase from. And then you want to make sure that you're getting something real and not a piece of glass or something that's made in a laboratory. Mm-hmm. And we go through great extents to make sure that what we have is real. So what we have is authentically from Mother Earth. And that is a promise to you. If ever you receive anything from us that is other than that, we will repair it. Well, we will replace it. Okay? Because we love you and we want you to have the absolute best that comes from the earth. This is just so beautiful to hear how, crystals have been used, and it holds thought. And that's not just quartz crystal. That's why you have a whole book called the Crystal Bible, right? Because all of the stones that come from the earth, they've been in the earth for years. This stone right here, we've had for 2 years. So it already was in the earth for a whole bunch of years. This is actually my son's. big old piece. I usually don't wear. Can you see that? I normally don't wear anything quite this big, but I needed the extra the extra benefit of the crystal. Just helping me through the issues that I deal with on a regular. I have my Lamarian crystal, which left me for a couple of years. I thought it was, gone with many of my other crystals, but she resurfaced and said she wants to be rewrapped. So I'm in the process of recreating a piece for me. I'm going to get pretty detailed with it and create something super special. I usually kind of not do that for myself. It's kind of like a beautician. Their hair always be jacked up. Uh, and I don't know what that is. I think because you just work with it all the time, you don't necessarily do it for yourself, but you know, I have to take some time and just do it for myself and see what Allah allows me to create for me. It might be a gift you want me to have for me, right? So I'm going to do that. I would love to wrap one of these crystals for you. These are just chunks, okay? Not just, but these are chunks of crystals. They have nice weight to them. That way, it's not glass. Because some people are out there just selling glass as a crystal. This one, you'll be able to see the sun reflection on it. I don't know if you all can see that on screen, but the rainbow reflection in here is amazing. It is truly amazing. Each piece is different. I have some that are a little bit smaller than others, but all of these are pretty big. We also have points where you can get the hectagon shape. We do have a few of those available for you as well. And what we'll do is we always cleanse all of the stones that come in that we purchase. I think we can get some from Madagascar. I'm going to check out the store here. It's called Madagascar. They get all of their stones out of Madagascar, and I'm sure they have some really beautiful crystals. So we'll see if we can get some points if you're interested in that. So, were you have any luck?
No, I can't. I thought it was in a particular lecture. It's not. It's not in there.
Okay.
It's not in there.
We'll do our search and try to find it for you guys. Do anybody have any questions, any thoughts about what we read, what we've shared thus far? Of course, we need your input. That helps us to grow and to know what it is that you need so that we can give it, we can provide it. We can do our research. This is what keeps us aware of what's going on with these crystals and stones, is being able to go and do some research and dig and see what's coming up, because it's so much now with the scientists that they're even discovering when it comes to the crystals and the stones. And so as we learn, we share that information with you, family. I love this journey that Allah has us on. And if you have had any experience with your crystals, with your stones that you want to share with us, let us know. I mean, we've been in this business for about 10 years now, and we've met a lot of people at flea markets and farmers markets that have amazing stories. Brother Baratunde told us that he had a necklace that was the meteorite, um, moldavite.
Yeah.
He had a necklace that was moldavite and crystals. He said he had to stop wearing it because he was getting all kind of visions. It was very powerful combination. And everybody can't, really handle that. You have to be, I guess, in a certain kind of place in time with the God that can help you to see clearly, because you don't want to get too deep. I don't mind. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm getting better with meditating, because you have to be careful what you ask God to show you, because it could be the Holy Quran says it. How does the Holy Quran says, be careful,
Yeah, be careful. Don't ask for something that's gonna cause you trouble.
Right.
If it's revealed to you that it's gonna that it's gonna cause. I don't mean to look down, family, but I
He
think
trying
I
to find
sent this
that.
to. I think I sent it to my wife.
Okay. So while he's still trying to, search that out, that is what the Holy Quran says. So we have to be careful when we ask for things, especially when you go into the world of being able to see, right? Bringing in the quartz crystals and the amethyst, and you want to see and you want to know, but you want to be careful, because if it's something that's going to bring you harm, if the knowledge that you receive is going to mess you up, right, then you don't want to go in that area. We need these crystals. The reason that we need these crystals is to reconnect with Mother Earth, reconnect to our ancestors who use these crystals with knowledge and understood how they can benefit our life. When we're dealing with our illnesses, we're dealing with hurt or pain, or as we were speaking earlier, you're dealing with depression, you're having suicidal thoughts, you want to take these type of crystals, hold them in your hand, and pray to the God for a way out of that type of thinking. Ask the God to direct you to a better future, to give you joy, to give you happiness, to show you where you should go in your life to receive the joy and happiness, to discover the gift that's within you. If you don't know your purpose in life, then take these crystals and you go and you meditate so that you can ask the God, what is my purpose? And be sincere. Prayer is prayer. Prayer is an opportunity for us to communicate and reconnect with the God. That is true. It is our way of communication, like calling God up, right? And then praising God and showing him how much we appreciate him. Meditation is more of a time with discovering you, discovering where you should go in life and what you should be doing. Meditation is to help you get focused in your life and what it is that you want to do. Or if you're in business and you're not sure if you should go left or you should go right, meditation brings those type of answers to you, right? So that is sort of the difference between prayer and meditation. Prayer is praising God, showing your appreciation for the God, and aligning your communication. So once your communication is aligned with the God through prayer, when you go into meditation, you already connected with the God, and now he can reveal to you a host of things, family. There is no limit to what the God will reveal to you and what it is that you want. The power is in you. This is a medium to receive it. This is a medium. This is not the answer. You're the answer.
Right.
I want to be real clear with that. You are the answer. The crystal just amplifies your clarity.
Right.
It is a master healer. So it amplifies your healing, your body's ability to heal itself.
Right.
God gave these to us for a reason. Do we know every reason? Do we understand all that God has put on this earth for us? No. But as we learn, we take these things and then allow him to feed us, like Mother Tynetta did in the middle of the afternoon, where she wasn't expecting to hear her precious mental communication, but she received it. Right. And know that God will communicate with you, that he will share with you and show you your path, your light, your gift, your what's inside of you that needs to be cultivated. Don't sleep on you. Okay, because the world has already done that. They've already counted us out. They already said we're nothing and we'll be nothing. We're at the end. We're disposable. We're so disposable that they can practice with some vaccine on us and we'll see what happens. We'll see if they die. We'll see if they, end up with a, extra hand coming out of their forehead. That's how much they care about us. But Allah cares about us so much that he's already went before us and put something in the earth that will help us in this hour and this time to get through the madness, to be able to see through the deceiving mechanisms of our open enemy.
Yeah. And I just want you to think about this too. We're taught that the word Christ means to be crystallized into oneness. So there you go. Crystal. So a crystal, it allows light to come through. So it's one part in the Quran that talks about how Allah is like a pillar with a lamp, and inside the lamp is fire. So in other words, that is a vessel, a vehicle that will allow the illumination of the Spirit of God. So each one of us, even in our blood, I want you to hear me now, even in our very blood itself, there are crystalline particles in the blood. There are crystalline particles. You can do your research. I'll look up something quickly.
Now let me read this Quran.
Go ahead.
You got it? I mean, you finished?
You can read it though.
Okay, so in the article we read, and I'm going to reread it for those who may not have been here, Surah 24, verse 35. That is the light, Al-Nur, right?
Right.
It says, Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. A likeness of his light is as a pillar on which is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a brightly shining star, lit from a blessed olive tree, neither eastern nor western. The oil whereof gives light, through though fire touch it not, light upon light. Allah guides to his light whom he pleases, and Allah sets forth parables for men, and Allah is knower of all things.
There you go. So right there,
He's still searching, y'all. You want to finish that statement?
oh, anyway, I'll find it and I'll drop it in a bit. But we read an article on another show where we actually talked about Quartz as well. Now, something of great interest in this article is the beginning, where Mother Tynetta is saying that thought never dies, and that when the universe was formed, right, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the 6, right, is the number of man, the original man, and 6 is the number of the grafted man. And he said that it is that because when the universe was being formed and it was rotating, it actually rotated in a 6 type fashion. And Mother Tynetta gets into it in here. Let me see.
That was at the beginning.
Right.
Because she talked about the spiral.
Right.
And that's how all life is formed.
Right. Okay, here it is. The number 6 marks the beginning of writing that keeps the record of God's creation from darkness. 6,000 years represents the making of the man, Yaqub's history of man identified with the devil Satan. According to the ancient Aboriginal people of Egypt, it is written that the first God created himself from the essence of black mud, forming a primordial mound rising up from the ground. After this act of creation, the pantheon or crystal of the gods evolved. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated that the first sparkle of the atom of life,
God revolved in a spiral-like motion, and all created life comes to birth in the same manner from the womb of the mother in triple darkness. The woman is the twin or second self of God. If we look at the cosmos, all galaxies, stars, nebula, sun, moon, and planets, asteroids, and comets all orbit in space in a spiral-like motion.
Wow.
Now, you get this for those of us who study a little bit about these things in sacred geometry. You actually see, like in seashells and things of that nature,
right.
You see that same spiral inside of there, letting you know that that process is all over the universe. So my point of all of it is that crystals are a very intricate part of not only the earth but the universe itself. As a matter of fact, the eye, the iris, those part of the eyes have crystalline formations in them. They didn't just get glasses out of nowhere. They didn't just get a lens on the camera out of nowhere.
Right.
These eyes have that type of lens. It's just not hard like the stone or hard like your glasses, but it's the same principle that allows you to focus in and to focus out.
You know,
So the crystal in the body, is very, very real. And like we say, even in the blood, there are crystalline particles in the blood as well. The
That's
reason
right.
that I take time to say this is because I don't want you to think it's a deviation from the teachings. I don't want you to think it's something that we're making up. This is science.
It is.
This is mathematics. And this is what we're taught, that Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam.
And it can be proven.
And it can be proven. So therefore, what we're saying
in no limited time,
to you is that Mother Tynetta took on several articles. And if you Google it, Mother Tynetta on crystals, you actually get several articles where she actually went into crystals. And then not only did she go into crystals, she started a magazine called Crystal Links.
Right, which we're on the search for. So if any of you all have like some extra copies and you want to send them to me, please DM me so that I can give you my address, because I really want to have them. I have maybe 1 or 2 copies in storage, but I really want to, get those. So I wanted to make this point as you were saying that, regarding the crystals, we're moving out of 2020, fam. 2020 is going to be over in about 27 days. In about 27 days. And so we are beginning a new time period, 2021. We came in 2020 and it definitely gave us some vision.
Yeah.
It gave us some 2020 vision, and we were able, if you were trying to see, it gave us that vision to see. 2021 is now to act on what it is that we saw in 2020. Now that we can see, now we want to be able to propel ourselves into a greater future, right? So we want to start that with being aligned in our bodies, with our chakra energy, with our spiritual energy, being able to communicate even more with the God as we go into 2021, because as God's kingdom is being established, which you all will hear me say on probably every one of my shows, every time I do a show, and that's where we going, because that's all we see, is the kingdom of God being built by us. Okay. So let's get aligned, let's become, in tune with the God, and then uniting ourselves with one another. Okay. So if you do not have any crystals, this is new to you, you want to start with a quartz crystal, and you want to get that quartz crystal from somebody that you can trust, and someone that is going to infuse or pour their energy into it. Here in the nation of Islam, we don't have a lot of people out there who believe that Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Yes. So because we have a particular belief, Allah gives me a lot of his energy and direction, as I meditate on the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's the energy that's coming from me. Right. The vision of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and what he has for us, and the healing that he has for us in this new world that he has already, shown us the vision of. That's what comes through me. I can only tell you that, and that's not necessarily to make my pockets, but this is a way of life for me. This is what Allah gave me as a way of life to better myself, better my condition by educating his people. And so, we work together. If it's something that you need, if you already have a crystal that you've been carrying and you want to have it wrapped where it's something that you can wear on your person, or you want it to hang from your, your ceiling fan to, just be in the middle of the room so that you can get that, what is it? What we were just saying about getting it to illuminate from every angle of that room, right? Just give me a call, DM me, let me know that is something that you need, and I promise to give you my very best.
So I just want to say this, and as my wife was talking about 2020 and 2020 giving us clear vision, 2021 is going to allow us to see the one. It's going to allow us to see the one. And for all of my brothers and sisters here that are in the Nation of Islam, listen, we have a English lesson, C1. And in English lesson C1, it says, my name is W.F. Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. That is the first couple of lines right there. So 2020 gave you clear vision, but 2021 is going to allow you to see the one. It's going to allow you to see the one clearly. Right. Okay? Right. So that's just something to think about. Look, fam, I'm just got to say this because it's some serious times ahead. It's some serious times ahead. Yes. And if you're living in the fall, and we're living in the fall of a world. And if you don't have a survival kit, you need to get one. If you don't study survival preparedness, you need to study it. Right. You really need to do that. This thing is going, and it's going at rocket ship speed. So with that, all of my believers on here, I want you to hear me, whether you hear me now or you hear me later, or you listen to this in the near future. We need to apply the economic blueprint to each and every one of us in the Nation of Islam. We need land, not just land to grow food. We need land where we can build on that land. Right. Now is the time, as some believers are already doing, now is the time to pool your resources to buy that 10 acres, 20, 50 acres. This is the time to put your manufactured home, if you don't want a new home, your geodesic dome, whatever you want to put on there. Now is the time to do that, because there is power in numbers. There's power in unity. Right. And what we're about to go through is going to call for our unity and our ability
to unite. This crystal, going back to that, these are crystalline particles that have come together to harden to form this crystal right here.
Right.
And they all working for one purpose. Well, we need to do the same thing. Right. We need to do the same thing. So if you got brothers and sisters around you that are thinking on this level, then you all need to put your money together and begin to invest in some land. Now, you need to invest in some land. We need to start doing some farming on our own. Yes. Because I'm telling you, the minister has already told us that famine is on the way.
And we so close.
And we are closer than we think.
Right.
We're hearing different things, but I am saying to you now that we're living in the fall of a world. Now, many people may not want to hear that, but I have to tell you that because it is very important that you know that.
That's right.
It is very important that you know that in this hour. So I'm transmitting like a crystal to you right now.
Right.
And I am transmitting the light of God into your mind.
Right.
I'm transmitting the light of God into your mind. If you do not own a copy of The Fall of America, you need to get one.
That's right.
And you need to read it, study it, because that book is jumping off the pages as we speak.
That is
so
real.
This is a real hour.
Right.
It's a serious hour. As Brother Ishmael's been saying, God is speaking. And as the minister have said, God is speaking. But I'm speaking to you now. Unite with your brothers and sisters and buy some land and begin doing some farming and getting yourself prepared.
That's right.
While you have
we have
chance.
to work while it's day.
Work while it's day.
You know, and we do have to see that, you know, because 2020 allowed us to see America, you know, is falling. You know, the fall of America is very real. And we are the ones that God have chosen, if we choose to be with God, to establish a new world, a new kingdom, right? In the prayers of the Christians, it says,
hallowed be
thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth.
That's right.
As it is in heaven. Well, heaven is a state of mind. Right. It's a state of peace. It's a state of harmony.
Yeah.
And we can have that on earth if that is our desire.
Yeah.
If we want to do God's will, Allah wants for us to have peace. And he wants for us to be in harmony with ourselves and with one another. How do we get there? Well, we have to get there by first, you know, getting ourselves cleaned up, getting our mind cleaned up, getting our chakras aligned so that, you know, we're not mentally all over the place, rising above emotion into the thinking of God, which is part of our Friday night study in the Nation of Islam. So it's so much out there, fam. If you're not in the nation, this information is still available to you. Yes, we will make sure that the article we read today is on the Queen of Rap.
It's already in the chat.
It's in the chat, but I want to have it on the
when
page.
It goes across each. Oh, we're going to drop. Okay, I got it.
Yes. You know, so that when people go to the page for the Queen of Rap, it's going to be there. Okay. And we will share that knowledge and information with you. If you have any questions, always feel free to DM me. I check it, you know, several times a day. So I will respond. If you need to have a conversation about what it is that you need and for me to create something specifically for you. Okay. We can have a conversation. We'll do a consultation, which are free. And then I'll go ahead and create a piece just for you to help you manifest what it is that you are striving to manifest in this new year coming up. Or if there's some things in this year you want to just, you know, bind. I'm not any type of spiritual guru. I'm just your sister, who I pray to Allah on you and for you and with you in order to bring what it is that He wants you to have and feel that you need in your life, or know that you ain't gonna say feel. He knows what you need, right? So, please allow us that opportunity, fam. I want to be part of your healing. I want to be a part of your manifesting the best within yourself. And, we can do this. We just got to believe it enough. We watched that movie, Jingle Jangle.
Mhm.
And my little sister said, the square root of impossible
Is me.
is me.
Yeah.
It's you. You are the square root of impossible. So
Yeah.
don't think something is impossible. Know that God, He removed impossibility when He created Himself.
Yes, indeed.
When He started pulling matter out of the middle of nothing, what atoms were, and bringing those atoms and that matter together to create.
Yeah.
The same way it said in that article that our beautiful scientists, their thoughts that went out into the universe is going to create stars in the future.
Yes.
That means the stars that are coming.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's talking about the stars in the sky or if it's talking about you and me. Our babies. Our babies are stars. So, okay, we start out with the Queen of Rap, and y'all know we get real spiritual around here. We go real deep because, that's who Allah has created us to be in the universe. So we don't necessarily, don't want to be preachy or anything like that, but we just want you to know how powerful you are. And that power comes from the God.
Yes.
And He is within you. You are God. You are God. Say it in the mirror. Say, I love you because you are God.
That's right.
And say your affirmations every day until you actually start believing it. Know that you are great. We love you. We appreciate you. I am excited to always bring you as much information as we can, as we grow in knowledge and wisdom and understanding, to share this information with you guys. We really wish I would ask more questions and comment a little bit more, because I feel pretty comfortable. I think if I was in front of a lot of people, I might not, really feel all the way that I can express myself. So I kind of like being back here, but I still want your questions. I want your comments. And y'all gonna help me build up to the point that once Corona has, moved aside and let us live our lives again, live our new lives, that we'll be able to come together, and share this information face to face. That's going to be exciting. I am looking forward to it. I've done it in flea markets. I've never done it in a consultation kind of, or, when they have webinars, seminars.
Well, it's coming.
The
So
webinars, I'm good. I'm ready for those. The seminars, y'all got to help me build up to that.
she'll be okay. She'll be okay. She got it. I did drop in the chat. My wife mentioned that You Are God. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did a lecture called You Are God. So I did drop that in the chat. So you can actually go and listen and watch that as well. Sorry I couldn't find that that part from Dr. Arlene where he actually talked about the crystals. It'll come back to me. When I find it, I strive to drop it in the comment on the Queen of Rap so that you all can actually hear it, or we will make sure once I find it, God willing, maybe next week we'll come back and play that part and then go on into what it is that we're saying. But before we get out of here, fam, I know we're a little bit over time. Usually only do about an hour. But I just wanted to say that my beloved wife is having a class. She's having a class where she's going to teach the sacred science of holistic healing jewelry or amulets or whatever you like to call it. I say jewelry. Amulets are fine too. But she's going to be teaching that December the 5th, which is in a couple of days, this Saturday. The class is only $25. You have to get your own tools and stones, but she will be teaching it. If you're interested in that,
Basic rings
and earrings. She's going to teach you several different designs. She's going to teach you several different designs. Okay, so if you're interested in learning the sacred science of holistic healing jewelry design, and my wife is in her first class in this modern time. She's hosting up on the internet. She's holding up first class here. She's done it several times, even in Belize. She actually had it. We're going to find that video one day, and then we're going to just premiere that.
Right.
We're going to premiere where she actually did that class so you all can see that she has been doing this for quite some time. So closing out, again, this is the quartz crystal that we've been talking about. My wife can definitely wrap that for you if you would like one, or if you want to carry one, we can talk to you about you actually getting it for yourself. But if you want to do that, please hit us in the DM. Hit us in the DM.
These stones actually, my son is selling these stones individually, right? But I told him that I would wrap them for anybody who would like to have them wrapped. So Jami's entrepreneur journey, he's selling these for I think $12.
Right. This is really clear quartz, and the clearer they are, the more expensive that they actually become, and especially this clear,
and
as you
all
can see through that, especially this clear and that size, that's a definite fair price for that type of quartz.
Absolutely. And then we can wrap it. Let's see. Well, my wrapping is only $20 for the stones. So that would be 22, and then add about a few dollars, about $4 for shipping.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, go ahead, hit us in the chat or hit us in the DM or the private message inbox, whichever you like to call it. Just hit us there. Let us know, hey, I want to take that class. I want to get that stone. And lastly, I just want to say this for those of you who don't know, once again, we're going to be doing Shop Blacktastic. Part 2, Kwanzaa edition. That's right, Kwanzaa edition. That will be December the 18th. December the 18th at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. On December the 18th. If you want to VN, again, just hit us in the DM. Let us know that you would like to VN, and we'll take it from there. Well, family, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your patience. We pray we said something of value that will help you on your journey. Remember that we love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it, as our brother Jake says. But God loves you most of all. Remember to be the best, because you are the best, and to continue to let the spark in your mind create a new reality. All right, fam. Love you. May Allah continue to bless you. Stay safe out there.
Yes, please.
Continue practicing your safety measures. Okay, this corona haven't gone anywhere. Right. Matter of fact, you see us making a resurgence. Okay, so definitely stay masked up. Definitely keep yourself safe. We love you. God willing, just one last thing quickly. Next week on Love My Kidneys, right? Yes. We're going to have Sister Mary Arm from Chicago with Heal Thyself Magazine and Heal Thy Life organization. She's going to be on the show. We're going to have part 2 where we're going to be talking about depression and suicide and what we can do to prevent it, okay? So it's going to be part 2. If you didn't get a chance to hear it earlier today, please go over to Love My Kidneys, Love My Kidneys, right, and you'll be able to hear that. You'll be able to hear that today, right, and then the next one will be next week, 10:30 a.m., God willing, Mountain Standard Time. So we look forward to seeing you.
Okay. So we don't usually mention it, but we have a YouTube channel. YouTube channel has all 3 of our shows that we do every week.
Right.
So anything that if you want to go and subscribe. That way you can get notifications when we are live, or when we've created a new video.
Right.
Then you can get notifications that it is available for you. So please go and subscribe and like it if you like to
And
hear.
hit the bell to be notified.
Oh yeah, hit the little bell. But that's our YouTube channel, Mind Spark Creations.
Yeah, and we also got a podcast on Anchor FM, and that is Mind Spark Creations as well.
Right.
And just got to give a shout out once again to our brother Slate Stone and the
All right.
Phenomenal Radio staff. Once again, we're going to be going on their radio station tomorrow. Download the TuneIn app and type in Phenomenal Radio. That's going to be at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Right.
That's Friday morning and Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have our interview with our fireside chat with Andre Batts and our fireside chat with Gnarly, the finger drummer. Okay. Both of those interviews were awesome. So if you didn't get a chance to hear those, please tune in to Phenomenal Radio, but tune in anyway, because it's an excellent, excellent, excellent station. And please let us know how you all enjoyed the sound today. Got a new soundboard. Want to know what you all think about it. Were we clear enough? Could you hear us well? So let us know. We appreciate your comment, feedback. We love you once again. And you all have a fantastic rest of your day.
Peace and blessings,
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.
Enjoy
Shalom.
the rest of the day.
Hotep, and enjoy the rest of your day, your evening. All right?
Peace.